It's just
All teachers coming.
after class. After
Yeah,
class.
after class we'll play Flag Wars.
Yeah, after class.
Hello. Welcome.
Hello, teacher.
Hello.
Hello.
Uh,
Welcome. Welcome everyone. Hello. Good morning. So what are you doing, child?
yeah, today
Good morning, teacher.
Alright. All right. Probably begin in about 5 minutes. Tend to want to give some time for people to get in. Poon, well done. Also, I'm sorry. And today we're going to be making it so that our snake guy gets longer as we eat more food, which is a surprisingly difficult but also really like comprehensive challenge. Basically, it uses a lot of advanced stuff in a really unique way. So hopefully you guys will be able to understand it all. Akira, happy birthday. Everyone give happy birthday for Akira in chat.
Hello.
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 Hello. Happy birthday.
Last class,
Waiting
I
so
went to
long.
someone else's home and the internet sucked.
Oh no.
So like remember last time, like last week?
Yeah.
Like last week, I was at someone else's home instead of my regular home. And, like the internet is terrible, so I like. And my computer battery was
Is it like
nearly gone, and I was using my computer.
Yeah, my internet here sucks too. It's good enough, but definitely not great.
I don't know what to do because I like last time when we did Replit, I didn't know the codes because like I wasn't here like for the rest of the week because I had Chinese class.
Right. Yeah, I'll go before we start. I'll go ahead and like go over the code and stuff.
Oh no, I got no internet.
I have Chinese class and I'm in China.
Oh. Well, any class you take then is a Chinese class.
I got a crab. I got a pet crab.
Oh.
Here's my
that's cool.
pet crab. He's not actually alive. He's a toy.
Oh no.
No, internet.
Sir.
Internet.
Yep.
Yeah, last week I didn't came. I forgot to do the whole thing.
All right. Yeah, I'll have a way to get the code. And I'll go ahead and like go over all the code before we start.
When we will start.
It's all pretty simple code.
Teacher.
Yep.
Yesterday yesterday and the other day it's like raining so hardly. Like the big tree shakes.
Oh wow. Yeah, I remember in Thailand, when I was there, it rained a ton, and there's area where it would just flood completely, and I would swim in it and stuff.
My hometown flooded so badly.
Oh.
At my grandma's house is fall season at my grandma's house. I mean, no one's breaking the floor.
When will we start, teacher?
About
like
1 minute, I'd say. Comments.
I like watching flood in the car.
Hello.
Hello. Let me see who all is here.
What are we going to learn today?
Today we're learning how to make the body on our snake bigger.
Oh,
Yeah.
Making our snake long.
Yeah.
teacher.
Yep.
Wait, teacher, look at this. When I put the thingy, wait, what? The background off, like, and when I press 1, it will just be like this, and like it will like have like this. It's
Yeah.
like drawing. It's like
Yeah.
drawing.
The reason for that is because the way the draw function works is that it will just draw whatever you say to draw. So you say, okay, draw an ellipse, we draw an ellipse. If you then like change x, right, make x plus equals 4, it will draw another circle at whatever x is, like 200 plus 4. So it will draw another circle at 204. So it just keeps drawing circles a little bit ahead of each other as you move, and it's never deleting the old circles. That's why you also need to put a background tag there. That way, every time it draws a new circle, it will also draw a background to cover up everything else. Today, we're going to be kind of utilizing that, but not really, because obviously in Snake, you don't just have everywhere you've ever gone, right? You grow as you eat food. So the idea will be to use some kind of complicated stuff, some new stuff we haven't used before. The two main things would be arrays and objects, and also for loop, which we haven't used in a while. But the main two things is arrays and objects. We're going to use that to keep track of everywhere we've ever been, and then create ellipses at where we've been. I'll be able to explain it better when I show it to you.
So I
right.
don't have the previous code.
Oh, they couldn't. Another birthday. Nice. Happy birthday. All right. We should probably be able to begin now. If after this, if you come late, you are late officially. All right. Let me try to find my Replit real quick. Bada boom. Nope, not Duolingo. All right. There we go. We are on Replit as, oh, no, sorry. Okay. We are on Replit as always. Link will be in chat. I'm sure you all know this by now. How do I get the, I've been having trouble with chat lately. Okay, so if you're here for one of the earlier classes, you should be able to go to My Repls, scroll down and see your named Replit somewhere here. Mine is Snake 3. If not, you can do the normal way, click and create HTML, CSS, JS, create REPL. But you should be able to go to My Repls and pick one of your old Repls.
Just pick Snake because I already put Snake.
Yeah. Yeah, mine's only Snake 3 because I have other testers and another class where I teach you the same code base. Okay. So let's look at what we have right now. Here is the current state of the game. We are a little circle, we can move around, and we can eat little food circles. Whenever we eat a circle, it moves to a random place. and every time we eat one, we get a little counter that goes up as our score. Right now, when we go out of bounds, we disappear, but we'll fix that eventually. So let's look at our code. We have some variables here. We have the X and Y for our player, and we have an X and Y for food. We have a little score variable. In our draw function, we have a background, and we have 3 functions. These functions will be drawn or run every time the draw function is run.
Teacher.
First, we have player. Yep.
Teacher.
Yeah.
Last time I didn't come to learn the coding, so I don't have any food, but I just have my white player.
All right. I'll go over the code now, and then you can copy the code. In fact, go ahead.
I have my code.
I
you
already
weren't in the
fixed
last
that.
one?
If you go to if you go farther than 200, you go back to 0.
All right, good job. In chat, everyone, I have the current state of the code if anyone needs it.
I put it on line 13.
Oh, okay, a lot of people's in the code there. That's also good code.
That is a lot of code.
Yeah. Okay, if everyone stop for one moment here. Yeah, all your code looks good, but stop for one moment. Here's the official code, and then if you need to, you can copy that.
Can I
All
copy
right.
the whole code that you just put first? And then I'll just delete all of my code.
Yeah. If you want, you can like do a little finicking and like add the code, but either way, it should all be good.
I can't copy all of it. I keep unclicking.
Ooh. All right. So let's look at the code real quick. We have a player function, which is just a fill and a ellipse, just drawing the player at X and Y. We have a move function, which just checks if we are clicking any of the keys. W are up for going up, F and D, F and down for going down, so on, so forth. We've seen all this before. Food is the main cool one. It creates a food ellipse, and then this is a boundary box here. It just says if the player is inside the food pellet. We've seen stuff like this before, if X plus 10 for the right side of the player is greater than the left side of the food, all that boundary box stuff. And what we do is we increment score so that it goes from 0 to 1. We also make new X and Y coordinates for food. We change the food X and food Y to be a random number between 1 and 400. That's what this math.random times 400 does. Math.random is a function. You see we have to invoke it by using the parentheses. It's a function that comes with JavaScript, and then it will give you a random number between 1 and 0. So it'd be like 0.33589. And then all you need to do to make that from 1 or 0 to like any other number, just multiply it by the max number you want it to be. So if I want to make a random number between 1 and 39, I would say math.random times 39. And I get a random number. Usually if you want to get like a full number, like you only want 39 and at 39.259, you need some extra stuff, but we're fine here. We don't need that kind of like rounding. We're fine with like decimal place numbers.
Sorry,
All
but
right.
I copy your code, but it cannot function well. I don't know.
All right. Have you changed anything inside your index? Okay, there is
No.
code inside the index. Okay.
No.
The easiest way here would be
teacher, hold on. I changed browsers and now I'm having trouble logging in. And okay. I don't know
Alright.
what's wrong. Oh, okay. Yeah, can you just give me your Replit when I'm oh come on, I have to send it up. Okay.
Yeah, here. I'll put my Replit in chat.
Okay, teacher, can
Thank
you Can you send the canvas?
Yes.
Uh,
Here, I'll just show you real quick.
Teacher.
Here's the canvas code you've done before, right? Just all you need to do, you have your script tag on line 13. You need to delete that entire script tag.
yes.
And then here is the canvas code. There you go. Copy that, put it at line 13. All right.
Teacher.
Yep.
My web view tab thing is gone. How do I get it back?
It is the little arrow on the top right here. You have this little pencil, you have a wrench, then you have this little box with an arrow pointing out. That's open in a new tab.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. All right. So a couple things we need to start with. Or actually, go ahead. To be sure, give me a ready in chat when everyone's ready to code. If you're ready to code, put a ready in chat. I'm gonna make sure.
Ready.
Ready.
All right.
Teacher?
Good job.
I've tested out the code,
I don't know.
and every time I play it, it's random maximum numbers. And one time I ate 20 red dots, and it just stopped spawning the dots.
Oh yeah. That might be because you're too zoomed in. Like you see here, if I'm like this, right? And I eat it, it seems like there's nothing there because I need to like scroll and like it's over here, right? Way to fix that would be to zoom out a little bit so you see the entire canvas.
Someone is spamming.
Or you can do open in a new tab up here next to the wrench, and you see the entire thing easily. That's probably the problem.
Teacher, can I see the
I think someone is spamming.
teacher? Can I see the
Teacher, do you
line?
actually send the code? Oh, hold on.
All right. Getting a
Do
lot of
you
stuff here.
change any of the code? I don't know. Are you not?
I haven't changed any from last week, if that's what you're asking.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I'm not sure for the other people. Anyone have any questions? Okay. We'll go ahead here. First off, for reasons which I will explain later, we need to set score from 0 to 1. That let score equals 0 should be let score equals 1. This technically makes sense already because in Snake, I believe you start off at 1 because your body is size of 1. I'm not sure if that's how it works, but for us, we need to do it that way. I'll explain why later.
ลงแป๊บนึงได้ไหมคะเจ้าของลงก่อน
So just change let score equals 0 to let score equals 1. All right.
Where do we need to write down?
It should be on line 11
There's
up with
just,
all the
like,
other
one
variables.
problem where like the circles spawn too close to each other.
Oh, to
Yeah, it's fine.
change 0 to 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I need to do it all over again.
It doesn't work. So when like as soon as I get the circle move like
Sir.
one more pixel up. It just moves like
Sir.
one pixel.
I just
What?
go pressing C will stop the program.
Yes. Well, I'm not quite sure why that would be.
Yeah, I just tried.
Go ahead and put your code in chat. I have an idea why that would be, but
It's perfectly fine.
oh yeah, one thing, pressing any other key will stop. Then you can start back up again. In
Oh.
fact, that's why I want to change right now.
Teacher, my code doesn't let me use WASD.
Oh yeah, you'd have up down. That's fine for now. You can change it later. or I'll,
Okay.
yeah.
I can use both ways.
All right. So once we set score to 1, one thing we need to go down here to the move function, because in Snake, you can't ever stop moving, right? That would be overpowered. You'd have time to like sit and think, you know? So all we need to do to make sure you can never stop moving is say, the first if statement will stay the same. The second one will add ELSE space right at the beginning here on the second if statement of the move function. That way, if key code equals up, else if, so otherwise if key code equals down. Else if ELSE space.
Teacher.
Yep.
Why is my my 40 line, the 14 line, like the 40 line is like is at the y plus 4?
That could be because I have like one extra space somewhere. Our code isn't going to be like exactly the same. That's why I don't like to use like line numbers and saying what to do. I don't say like where it is, because if I delete one line here, you know, one space, it becomes different. All right. Once we have the first else if, we need to add another. So the third if statement right after the first one that we added else, go ahead, do ELSE space.
Do we need to do like the 3 of them?
Yes. And finally, the last if statement, ELSE space. So each one is in the if, and then else if, else if, else if.
Oh yeah, I done that because I know it will be like this.
Good job. And finally here, we're going to add the final else statement. I'll make a new line here and then just say ELSE space, left curly brace, enter. So just if you're clicking anything else besides up, down, left, right, or WSAD, we will say inside the curly braces here, we'll say X plus equals 4 semicolon. So if you're not clicking anything, you just go to the right.
Wait, I need to just else, then
Left curly brace, enter, and then X plus equals 4 semicolon. Make sure to add the semicolon. And now when I run it, I have to be kind of quick here because we don't have looping yet. But I immediately go to the right. And you can see here, I can't stop. If I like click like O, I keep going to the right. There we go.
Okay, I need to run it. And then, oh yes, it doesn't stop running and it's not coming back again.
Sir,
Yes.
my code is not working.
It's not,
Blank.
it's not coming back.
Okay.
Hey, come back.
It's
Yeah.
the same with me.
Yes. We'll have to keep it like that for the rest of this class. You're just gonna have to be quick when you run it, click on the canvas real quick and like go down or something. Just because I don't have time to teach that right now. I want to get through the making the body bigger. But we will add the infinite scrolling canvas soon. I heard someone say it doesn't work. Who was that? If you want, you put your code in chat. I haven't checked chat yet. All right.
What do I need to do now?
That is, oh, huh.
Teacher, my code literally disappeared.
Oh. Try Control V. That should put your code back. If it's all gone, Control V should fix it. You might need to do it a couple times depending on what happened. And the person who
I
put the code,
accidentally click paste instead of copy.
yeah, Control V should do it. And Ty, yeah, it's a big project. We should be done pretty soon though. That's why we have the function, so we can like manage it better. To the
Sir,
person who put their code in
I
chat.
can't. Like Control B does not work. It doesn't
V.
came back.
Sorry. Control V.
Yeah. Oh, let's see.
Z.
It's not working. It's gone. Like it's
Ooh.
really gone.
All right,
Why
here.
is my player not listening to the computer to the movement?
Here's the code in chat in D&D. All right.
Teacher, so mine doesn't
Why
work.
can't I control the dot?
Okay. I saw
Mine
one
doesn't
person.
work.
Make sure everyone to have all
If I
3 of your if statements should be now else if
I
statements.
press O, it still doesn't. It stops. I press O.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead here. Okay, I pasted my code in chat if you want to see it. I see a couple people here, particularly they kun. Your if left and if right if statements, these two right here, they should be else if and ELSE at the beginning and press space. And we also need the other else statement at the very end of these two if statements. Just do ELSE, left curly brace enter, x plus equals 4 semicolon at the end here. I'll go ahead real quick and stop the share. Anyone who needs help can share a screen.
I think no one.
All right, that's good. Well done. All right. Let's go ahead here. We can now begin making the body. Where should we do this here? I'm gonna like collapse some of these functions, make some space. Let's do it in player. I feel like that makes sense. Because it's all about the player. We're making the player bigger. So what we're going to need to do is this. Make a new line after the little variables here. We're gonna add another variable. It's gonna be let space and then how should I do this? How about spots? SPOTS. Spots. I would use segments, but I feel like spots a little better because what the array is each spot you have been in before. Spots. SPOTS. Let the spots equal sign, and then we're gonna do something we have done in a while, which is left square bracket here. This makes an array. And add a semicolon at the end. We used square brackets, I remember, in the randomized text lesson, where we had like random like.
I found the squares. I found the
Good job.
squares.
Random
it's just,
quotes. I remember it.
Yeah, random quotes.
I remember.
Thank you. I was trying to think what it's called. Like confirmations, like nah. Okay. Yeah, square brackets. It's just where the curly braces are, but don't click shift. Just square bracket.
I finished typing.
All right. Now let's go ahead and scroll all the way down to the player function. And what we're going to do, make a couple of new lines after the ellipse. And we're going to say spots, SPOTS, spots. and then dot. Now, does anyone remember what we used to add something to an array? Put it in
Teacher,
chat if you
I
have on
didn't
mute.
do the spots yet.
Oh, okay.
the-
The variable, it's up here. Yeah. Let spot equals square bracket.
ขอน้ำล้างตาหน่อย
All right, but to get back here, in the player function, we're gonna do spots dot and then unshift, UNSHIFT. So in the player function, after the ellipse, we're doing SPOTS spots dot unshift, UNSHIFT, spots dot unshift. What this dot unshift does is it adds something to the beginning of an array. And if you don't remember, an array is like a list, right? You can say an array called numbers, and then in that array, you have all numbers from 1 to 100. You have 1, and then 2, 3, 4, etc. Or you have an array of ages, so like the ages of everyone in your community. Don't put your age in chat. Don't do it. Just make sure everyone knows to not do that. Okay. So spots dot unshift. Then we do left parenthesis here. Spots dot unshift left parenthesis. This is how it's kind of like invoking something. This is how we add something to the array. And what we're going to add is a little bit strange, so bear with me. Inside the parentheses here, we're going to write left curly brace enter. These curly braces are something called an object. I don't think I've actually even taught you guys object, so this isn't the best place to learn object, I admit. But what an object is it's like an array where you have like one variable where you have a bunch of things. But each thing in an object has its own place or key. Or in other words, a word you can say and you get back that information. For example, an object could be like this. Don't write it down, but we could have something like name and then when, age 18. And from an object, I can get Quinn and 18 just from the name.
There's something on my screen that I can't see my code.
Huh. Is there a little X you can take it out in? I know Replit likes to have pop-ups. Might be able to.
Oh.
It says unshift dot
Oh,
items.
just move your hand. Just move your cursor. Yeah, if you keep your cursor over something, there's big like information about it. Just move your cursor away.
I can't do anything.
Move your mouse, I mean.
Teacher,
Moving my
Yep.
mouse.
the pop-up is mean like they want us to buy something or something like in like Roblox that like pop-ups the Robux.
No, I don't think Replit has. Replit does have something you can buy, but that's not this. When you hover over something, it gives information about it. It's supposed to be helpful. In fact, you can see right here. Dot unshift, hover over it, inserts new elements at the start of an array and returns the new length of the array. That is what dot unshift does. It's telling you about the function. So I'll say it again, just so everyone knows, we're writing spots dot unshift left parenthesis and then left curly brace. Remember the left curly brace here. Enter. And then inside this little part here, we're gonna write x colon space x comma enter y colon space y, comma. And then at the very end here of spot, we're going to add a semicolon. After the right parentheses stuff here, add a semicolon. Now, we haven't really seen this kind of thing before. Basically, what we're doing is we're making an array of objects. I apologize for not teaching you something like this sooner instead of doing it right here, but whatever, it's good to know. This is an object, and the key is on the left-hand side. So later, let's say we want to get the first element of an array. We'll get back an object, and that object will have two things in it, an X and a Y. If we read what the X is, it will be whatever number we place right now. So whatever X, the variable, like where the player currently is, and the Y as a variable, where the player currently is in the Y axis. The idea of this is to make an array that always can tell us where the player just was, like 1 frame ago. And it'll keep a record of everywhere you've gone. And basically every time X and Y has ever changed. All right. Let's go ahead here. We have this little function. Let's go ahead and put a done in chat when you're done. And if you want, you can go ahead, put your code in chat. Good job.
Done.
All right. I feel like people are done. All right.
Can I see your index?
Yeah. Just this part here. I paste it in chat if you want. Make sure if you're doing the index stuff to delete what you have on line 13.
Can you send index and script.js in chat?
Yeah. There's the index, and
I can send my link.
there you go. All right, so after this part here, let's go ahead and see what we actually have. How should I do this here? How much time do we have? I think we have time for this. I'll go ahead. We'll make, after this spot here, I'm gonna make a text, T-E-X-T. And the text will have left parenthesis. And then we'll say spots, S-P-O-T-S, that's the name of the array. Left square bracket, and then 0, 0 being the first element of that array. And then we'll say dot X, and that is how we will get whatever is in the X spot of that particular part of our array. So spots, inside our text here we have spots, left square bracket 0, outside the square bracket dot X. And then after that, we can do a comma space, and then I don't know, do 100 comma space 50, semicolon at the end. Make sure to have the semicolon. Now, if I run it, I have, you see here, another little bit of text. It's blue, and it changes every time I go left or right. When I go up and down, it doesn't change because my X isn't changing. Oh. When I go left and right, it keeps changing. That is because I keep reading the first element of our array. And every time the player function gets called, which is every time something gets drawn,
Teacher,
I'm
I
adding
cannot
a new
move
element to the beginning
anywhere.
of that array.
I
Okay,
cannot move anywhere.
that's probably because you've written some bit of code wrong. Make sure you have semicolons at the end of
Yes,
both
I have
these.
a semicolon.
All right.
Teacher, can I share your
Okay.
Can I share my screen?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's not working.
Can I share my screen?
Yeah, anyone who needs to share a screen, you can go ahead.
Teacher, can you please like copy the like of the code so I can just like see it?
Oh, proud. That's actually
I
working.
cannot move.
Okay.
I'm
Make sure to
stealing-
click on the
I'm
canvas.
stealing-
Have you clicked on the canvas?
stealing from me.
Yeah, now click like A. And you see now you're going
A.
see that number's going down. You're about to get into the screen. There you go. Yeah, you just went past the screen in the problem. There you go.
Teacher,
All right.
I have a problem.
Yep. You may share your screen if you would like. All right. Huh. Scroll down
Yes.
for me, please. Okay, line 66, your text needs a semicolon at the end. That should be it.
I have a problem.
All right. Oh,
It's still the same. I don't
Oh,
know. It's still the same.
Go ahead and scroll up a bit. A little more. Huh. Okay, all the way to the top. Shoot.
My text just says object.
Oh, make sure to do the .x after the spots array thing. It should do .x. Oh, okay, no. Line 61 in D&D, you have mixed up T and F. Should be SHIFT, line 61.
Says object. I don't know.
61.
61.
No, 61.
Right here?
Yeah.
I can't even stop my player.
FIFT. You should not be able to stop your player. FT.
Oh, like this.
Yes,
Let's see.
that should do it.
Okay,
There we go.
Thank you.
Welcome. All right.
I finished.
All right, good job. Beam. All
I have a problem.
right, Beam, you mind running it for me?
I have a problem. It says object.
Okay, I'll be in there in 1 moment. Beam, do you mind running it for me? All right, scroll up a bit, Beam. Okay, I see. You have let spots, that variable, you have it at the wrong place. If you want to go ahead, select it, copy it, delete it, and then put it up with all the other variables, like in line 10. Yeah, you have it in the draw function, and if it's in the draw function, other functions can't actually look at it. It needs to be outside of all the functions for all the functions to be able to look at it. All right. Make sure to copy and then delete, by the way, so you can paste it up by like line 10 by the other variables. All right, if anyone else has any trouble, you can go ahead and share your screen.
Teacher, can you show me how to do it? I don't know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, all we're doing here is we got this spot.uncheck. Have you done this?
Please, teacher, can you send everything to me, please?
Yeah. Here, I will send it in chat right now.
Teacher, can you show me? Can you stop? Can you show me, please, where to paste it? I just delete and copy it. And
Oh yeah,
how
it's line
do I-
10. Line 10. Up by the other variables.
Oh, thank you, teacher.
Welcome. All right. Believe that should be everyone. Unmute now if you have any troubles, problems. If your code base is dead. Okay.
Teacher, my code is working. Can I leave now?
Actually, class not over just yet.
Oh, okay.
We have one more important thing to do. Because right now all we've done is we've tested out to make sure that our array is working. We are in fact continually adding new elements to the array. So what we need to do now is actually make our body. And go ahead here, make a couple of new lines after our load text, and we will say for
Teacher,
FOR.
it can, my is not my screen is not show the score. Teacher.
I'll get to that in a bit. Try to follow along the best you can for now, and then I'll get to it before class ends.
Okay, sure.
All right. So FOR, and I'll try to do this all in one piece here. Left parentheses, let, inside parentheses, let space I space equal space 0. So let I equal 0, make a little variable here. We done for loops before a while ago, so this might be new to some of you. And probably forgotten by most of you, but for loops do matter. Let I equal 0, semicolon, space. We're using a semicolon inside the for loop here. Semicolon, space, I less than sign, score, SCORE. Another semicolon, space, I, plus sign, outside the parentheses, left curly brace, and enter. And that is our for loop. To people, to people unfamiliar, the idea of a for loop is just like.
Can you send 66 to 72?
Yeah.
Score.
What?
Oh, 66 too, right? Okay. So the idea here is that a for loop kind of is a loop that's all packaged in one place. You create the variable here, the variable you want to be adding up, and say, okay, let I equal 0. Keep running the code I want you to write until while I is less than score. So I equals 0.
Wow.
Keep adding I until I is equal to score, basically. Right now score is 1. So the first time it's only run once, but as you keep eating more and more pellets, this will run more and more times. I'll go ahead and give everyone a second to write the for loop. Nothing should change right now. And if it's broken, I'll get to it in a bit, but follow along best you can. And because we have only one more line to write.
Broken.
All right, I'll wait 1 minute here for.
I have a problem with it.
All right.
Teacher, I have a problem.
If your code is broken, go ahead and paste it in chat if you can.
It's broken. My script is erased. My entire gray box is gone.
If you can, paste your code in chat and I should be able to get to it.
Teacher?
Yep.
Is this right?
All right. Let me see here. Huh. It looks correct. Oh wait, does mine work? How mine works? It looks correct. What's wrong there? Shoot. Was it working earlier?
So if I run it, it would just go away from me.
Huh. It looks correct. I'm going to have to get to that in a little bit because I really do not see what is wrong.
Maybe I'll just send you the link.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. Thank you. All right. We'll go ahead here. Now that we have the for loop.
I can't share screen or post.
All right. All right, I'll get to you in a little bit. Follow along best you can, and then I'll help you in a little bit. Because we only have one more line of code to write, so I want to make sure everyone gets it. Because the last line of code to write is this. It's a little bit long, so try to follow along here. We have our little if statement, and we're going to write ellipse, E-L-L-I-P-S-E, ellipse, left parenthesis, and then just like we did up here, we're going to do a very similar thing. We're going to do spots, S-P-O-T-S, left square bracket, and then I. Remember, I being the variable right here, the variable we keep incrementing for our for loop. Spots I dot X, that's how the object works. Our object, each element in our array has both an X and a Y. And we can get the X and the Y of the player at that point. That's the point of this. So we're getting dot X here. Gonna do comma space and the same thing, spots, S-P-O-T-S. So comma space, S-P-O-T-S. Left square bracket, I, and then outside the square brackets, we'll write dot Y. You got the X and the Y.
It's kind of confusing.
Yeah, sorry. Basically, if you see up here, right, we're creating what's called an object. We're adding an object into an array. The object, we're getting it right here, right? We're saying, okay, spot, which is an array, spot 0, the first element in the array, dot X, X being the variable we put in here. We could literally put a number like 200, right? But we put X because X will be whatever the player is at that moment. Remember, X is the player variable. So here, spots I dot X will always be the last place the player was in along the X axis. Same thing here with dot Y. I will start at 0, so it will draw like the first one, and then as I increasingly keep drawing part. Yes.
I think it's I think it's walking now.
All right.
But
it shouldn't actually work just yet because we're not quite done.
Yeah,
After
I think
Y,
I think
I
think at first I forgot to click the canvas.
All right. We just need comma space 20, comma space 20, and semicolon at the end. Remember to have this, making the actual size of our ellipse, actually drawing it, right? All right, so to reiterate, we have ellipse, spots, left square bracket I dot X, comma space spots, left square bracket I dot Y, comma space 20, semicolon at the end. And that is our ellipse.
Wait for me. 20 and 20.
And next class, I promise I will go more into objects. I realize now it's probably a great time to introduce objects while putting them into an array. But next class, I'll go over objects some more and we can learn more about how they work exactly.
Okay, I finished.
All right. So now, if I run it,
I don't see any snake.
Teacher, Flowan's code's broken.
Teacher,
all right.
I want to see like snake game like
Please
it has
copy
a
the code.
All right, I'll get to your code in one moment.
I'm left behind a bit on the ellipse part.
All right, I'll show you right here.
Teacher, my character doesn't come back when I click. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, I'll get to that one moment. I want to wait 1 minute here so anyone who's writing code currently can see the code still. And then anyone who has a problem, I'll help you in about 1 minute. So to the person talking a second ago, here's the ellipse right here. It's just ellipse, left parenthesis as always. We got spots, left square bracket, I. Outside square brackets, we got dot X. comma space, spot, let's go back an I, dot Y, comma space 20, comma space 20. Make sure you have a semicolon at the end.
If I run, what will happen?
Let me show you. If you run it, every time you eat a pellet, you should grow. You will have more and more circles behind you as you move around.
Teacher, my screen is white. It's not true. It's not. It's not.
All right. I will help you in one moment.
Mine is just like running away from me. Stop. Yes, yes. Oh, go, 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 go. Wow, this control's so hard.
Yeah. If you want, you might want to actually like make it a little slower. All right, I'll
Like-
go ahead here, and I'm going to have the code in chat if anyone needs it. But I will stop
Wait.
the share, and anyone who needs help can share the screen.
Wait, teacher.
You are too bad.
Anyone still writing code? The code is in chat if you need it.
Teacher.
Oh, that works. Yeah, good job. Good job, Dean.
Teacher.
Teacher, can you put your link in the chat?
Yeah. Who was talking earlier? What were you asking?
Teacher.
Yep.
Wait. Can you look at mine?
Yeah. You can go ahead and share your screen now.
So here, like this, like is when it's like this, like when I play a lot, wait, it can. Wait, this one kind of like stopping. Wait, where is it?
Oh yeah, that actually looks like it works. You might need to zoom out a little bit. You hit Command minus and zoom out, or you open a new tab.
Like, let me just run again if it works somehow.
Yeah, because the
Run.
code looks correct. Yeah.
Oh,
There you
yeah, but like when it has so many dots, it will go like a caterpillar.
Yeah. Later
And
we'll
it's
make it so that like you can't go into yourself. And you see right now you've actually gone off the screen, so you might want to click up to go back up. Next class we do stuff like making it so that it will come back to the top, infinite scrolling kind of thing, or making it so you can actually die, stuff like that. But for
Yeah,
now, as long as you're growing, you're doing good.
There's a problem.
Why does it stop
Mine is
moving when
still not
everything
showing.
is-
It's not
All
showing.
right, anyone who can share your screen right now.
It's not showing when
All right, win-win.
I'm so
Huh.
long.
That looks good. What is wrong there? Oh, I see it. Win-win, line 65. You forgot your little score part. After I lesson sign, you should have score semicolon. So if you look at my code here, you see your code is like this. And then for your for loop, you should add right after the lesson sign, score, SCROE, semicolon.
I'm super duper long.
mine's still not working.
All right.
Just turn around.
I'm super duper long. Super duper long.
It's gone when I get to 13.
Huh. All right. Okay.
I am
Andrew, let
moving
me see here.
crazily.
I'm looking at Andrew's right now. If you give me one moment, everyone, I'm checking Andrew. Andrew, can you scroll down a little bit?
I'm back, my sneaky. My
Your
long
score
snake
looks
is
correct.
Teacher, is
Just
class
kidding.
finished?
My
Yes,
long
if your
snake
code
has
works,
disappeared.
class is officially done. That's all for today.
Okay, so I
Oh,
have to go to the bathroom right now.
all right. And Andrew, your code looks good. You just need to like click left or something to get your little guy back. But yeah, that looks correct. Good job.
My circle is my gray dot is completely missing. My gray
All right.
square.
Proud, that looks great. Good job. Proud, that looks great. Good job.
Okay. Bye.
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 All right. If anyone needs any help, share screen. There we go.
Bye.
Goodbye. All right.
Bye, Poon.
Oh, what in the world? How is that happening? Have you like code to happen like that?
Is that a mushroom from
Could
Mario?
you scroll down a little bit? I would love to see this code. I am very interested.
Nah, I think it's an umbrella.
Bye, teacher.
Could you scroll down like, all the way?
Goodbye, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you. All right, and scroll up a bit. I am. Yeah, more up.
Got 100 points in my game and I'm super long.
Yeah, what's your food function if you don't mind? Oh. When
Let's
I look
do
at your code in one moment.
There's still 21 people left.
I am beyond baffled. I have no idea. I will have to look at that later. Because I have no idea why. You're going to have to post that on Facebook, and I have to look at it after class. Because I can think of no reason why that should happen.
Teacher. My gray
นี่
box
คืออะไร
is gone.
ลิฟต์ออกแล้วเหรอ
All right.
ทำไมอะ
My gray
Everyone, give me
box.
one moment here. I'm going to look at Win-Win's code real quick. Okay. Win-Win, if you don't mind running it, and okay, scroll down all the way, please.
Teacher, can you please?
Give me one moment. Let's see Win-Win's code here. Huh. Yeah, Win-Win, I can't see what's wrong with your code. You're going to have to post on Facebook, I'm not sure. Or you post a link to your Replit in chat. I could see it from that too. Plum Suko, that's very cool. Good job.
Okay.
All right. If anyone has any other errors, bugs in their code, I can fix it now.
I can't share or post. I have a problem. My entire gray box is gone. Well, it's a green box.
It's probably some kind of little error. Do you have Discord?
I have.
All right. Here, I actually have a server. If you don't have Facebook, I have a server for this kind of stuff.
I also have Discord for playing games.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing
All right.
else about Discord.
Anyone who would like to join the server, here's a link. And for JP, if you want, you can like paste your code on that server, and then I can look at it, or paste a link to your Replit. Or
I do
on
not
Facebook
have
if you have
Discord.
Facebook.
I do
Shoot.
not have Discord.
Do your parents have Facebook?
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, paste the code or like the link to your Replit on Facebook, and then I should be able to fix it there.
Teacher.
It's probably like a missing semicolon somewhere, but yeah. And Poon, yep.
I am teacher. I am in your Discord group,
I'll
and
post it on Facebook.
and
Alright.
there's so many onlines, and yeah,
Hi.
bots.
Oh wow, yeah, a lot of people are online right now. I guess his class going.
I'll post it on Facebook, teacher.
All right, thank you. All right. Anyone else have any bugs before I leave?
No.
Thank you, teacher. Goodbye.
Good job,
See you
everyone.
next class.
Yeah, see you next week.
Bye bye.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Poon. See you
Thank
in
you. Bye.
See you in class, water.
I have some problem.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Tawan, that's great. Good job. All right. Goodbye. See you next week.
Chưa, can